Hi everyone, welcome back to Violet Oracle. Just want to clear the energy. Yeshua bless this reading. Okay, so I don't know what the energy is because yesterday was the red spectral dragon, I believe, of universal water in my Mayan calendar, and then today is a weird white mirror energy, white mirror warrior or something like that, and it's just throwing me off a little bit. Honestly, today has been interesting. So let me just pull from Sacred Mysteries to get a vibe on what the collective is going through. Oh, positive energy. That's awesome. Love seeing that. Yeah, it feels like there's been a shift maybe regarding the fire horse year with these horse symbolism illustrations here. And it's like a root sacral color transition. So activating your root chakra, activating your sacral chakra. Okay, great. Let's pull from the Light Seers Tarot. I've already shuffled these cards. I'm in a new space because I needed a table. Bad. Tell me more about positive energy. What's going on with this? Okay. All right. Sticky today. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe. Okay. So we have the Hierophant reversed. Interesting. And then the Star. So this is about the fall of more ordered religious, occult, and government structures in favor of a liberated, Aquarian, eclectic, open-ended spiritual path. It's sort of the question, the philosophical question of our generation, of our time in this day and age. So, because it's about the positive energy. So, if you're going to maybe a religious group or church and something feels off, it could be that it's not meant to be on your timeline because there's something going on behind the scenes with the frequencies being low. There's deception or deceit or some kind of, I'm going to pull from Shaman Oracle on this. What's going on with the Hierophant reversed? Yeah. It's the trickster coyote spirit. The coyote is actually very, very much a teacher of wisdom by doing the opposite of what we want to happen or by bringing us a challenge that we can't get out of without growing spiritually. So it is an initiation. It's also a difficulty. So it also could be a shadowy person or a poison shaman or somebody who we thought we could trust, but then ended up being a total phony and a liar. Yeah, this is really pertaining to my own experience with the church and why I've taken a break from going to any church. Just the false prophets are out there. The false light is out there everywhere in both New Age communities and the religious organizations. So we have June Companions about transformation. Yeah, so it's a lot of positive energy here. It feels like you're moving from being trapped in a religious spirit. And my pastor from the church I was going to talked on this. And the religious spirit is about getting so hung up on rules, regulation, structure, and culture that you miss the heart, the energy, the pure life force that is the driving God source in form that is behind everything, and just you got lost in the sauce and you got fixated on just doing the right thing, which is actually what Jesus died for on the cross. Tell me more about the June Companions. Oh, sorry. Stag again, masculine, gentle energy. So the masculine's going through a transformation where he is leaving perhaps structured, organized religion because it was kind of a safety net keeping him from his higher calling and moving into a more Aquarian energy. Yeah, the masculine, you're going through a metamorphosis from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You're moving into your power, into a primal protector, provider energy. Let me pull on the sexual tarot. Tell me more about the stag energy here. Okay. Oh, it's the tower. Okay, interesting. Tell me more about the tower. Ooh, okay. So I think these were reversed, so I'll interpret them reversed. We have King of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, it was like there was a feminine, a karmic feminine attached to a material project. It was like very dense. It was very material based. This relationship that you had with her was probably supposed to be also a business relationship that has been coming up for the masculine in previous readings. So I think that's fitting the theme here. It's so important who you choose as a partner, masculine, because you may think that you could go around and just be with whoever and it won't affect you, but there's always physical and spiritual repercussions to each partner that you're with. You're quantumly entangling yourself to them. You're doing soul ties, and you guys could watch Spirit Empowered Truth on YouTube talks about soul ties, and it is profound and beautiful. And do the prayer, do the cord cutting, because yeah, this karmic feminine has just been completely devastating your heart chakra, your sense of self is what I'm getting. And it was also a coyote spirit. She was like a trickster, and there was this kind of like she was leading you into this. Actually, I'm getting that she was leading you into like a cult. Okay, let's pull on that. Let's pull from Sacred Hags. Tell me more about this cult situation. Hag of the Salt Altar. Okay, yeah, so she was definitely pulling you into these rituals and getting you to do things that were not for your benefit, masculine. It feels like it merged your energies in ways that you, looking back, wouldn't consent to if you had known fully what was going on with that connection. Kind of threw you head first into needing to understand magic and entanglement and energies and cord cutting and boundaries all at once. Okay. Yeah, but there's a positive energy because you've discovered something here. And so I'm going to pull another Sacred Mysteries card. Tell me about the Hag of the Salt Altar. Oh gosh. Okay, we have Fortune and Oneness reversed. Okay, yeah, so a very dense, stuck in the material realm, wanting to be wealthy, a very maybe narcissistic, selfish kind of energy here. Somebody who, it's almost like I'm getting a download. So my journey as a feminine, detaching from religious organization, it was like almost the opposite for you, masculine, where you went into religious organization and these more Hierophant reverse type of institutions to get away from this energy because it was like a perverted new age witch, probably somebody into like polyamory or just wanting to build maybe like a commune. It's just very weird energy, honestly. Tell me more with the Kali Oracle. What's going on here? Oh, okay. We'll just take both of those then. Okay, Kaladhara? Kaladhara. She's definitely a goddess of the moon. And then we have Kagda, cord cutting. Ouch, ouch, yes. Okay, cord cutting, this witchy moon energy. Yeah. So, like I said before, if you've had sexual relations with this woman, she's done maybe some sex magic on you and been trying to drain you of your finances with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Just straight up stealing from you financially and energetically. This has come up before. This is kind of like a continuation, but let's calm down, cards. Let's pull regarding the Kaladhara energy, the moon. What's up with the moon here? Okay. We have love and power, octahedron, icosahedron. Okay, so this to me is telling me of a chronological evolution from one dimensional shape to a more dimensional shape through love and power. Yeah, and it's like you were tapping into a kind of moon magic feminine energy that was scaring you, masculine, because you hadn't had this kind of activation and awakening before, and it was confusing to you and you didn't know where to turn. And I think that you just ended up turning to a false karmic feminine who ended up bringing to you the opposite of what would have been nurturing for your evolution with these cards. And so the love and power tells me that you have a positive energy. You have this Aquarius connection. You have, I'm getting extraterrestrial energy from these cards, where there's something inside you that's incredibly alluring to both the dark and the light, and you didn't understand before, but you've learned through the Coyote trickster spirit that it is highly desired, sought after, and in demand. And to not be a victim of this kind of energy anymore. And salt, I'm getting that you can use salt as a boundary. A salt circle around your home, salt on yourself, salt bath. Salt has been coming up as a strong medicine ally for the masculine, to cleanse their fields, to get rid of the sticky connective energies that tied them to a karmic before. I'm gonna pull from Light Seers about the cord cutting. Tell me more about the cord cutting. King of Pentacles again, but this time upright. So cord cutting from anything that isn't part of your legacy, part of your financial purpose, creating a happily ever after for yourself financially, getting into investing and saving and budgeting and laying out where you want to be in a few years from now, and for retirement, restoring back, claiming back your finances from this feminine, making sure that your finances are protected. Okay, tell me about this and the changes happening in the masculine. Ooh, okay, yeah. Wow, okay. So we have Justice, we have 5 of Pentacles, and we have 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, masculine, it was like, this is something to give to God, because you were part of a spiritual warfare and it left you in poverty. You were struggling after. And then 7 of Pentacles, I'm just getting from this that you're building back up again. You're building financially again, and then at the same time you're maybe scattered a bit in your energy. It's kind of a scrounging to restore what was lost to you. But justice here, I want more on justice actually. So let's pull Sacred Mysteries. Tell me more about justice. What's the justice about? Okay, justice is about flow. Tell me more. Flow and unity. Right, because your abundance doesn't come from tearing others down. It doesn't come from deceit. It doesn't come from lower vibrational frequency. It doesn't come from karmics. It doesn't come from parasitic, vampiric wealth. Your wealth comes from when you're in your power. And so justice is about making money being aligned to your soul purpose, your heart, light, journey, and radiance. Okay, I want more on justice. It feels incomplete to me. So let me pull another card here. Tell me more about justice. Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, justice for somebody who, it wasn't an equal exchange. There was taking from you, which we already know that. What? Okay, calm down. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles reversed. Somebody majorly falsely advertised themselves. I'm hearing that the brochure did not match the product. High Priestess energy. So some karmic retribution, some divine intervention happening here. The feminine coming in to assist. 7 of Wands. Masculine might be distributing his energy, spreading it too thin. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords reversed. 8 of Swords reversed. No more anxiety, masculine. Because it's giving that the feminine is assisting you. The divine feminine is assisting you in this karmic retribution regarding your finances. And so there will be justice, is what I'm getting from this reading. Ultimately positive, because this person was completely parasitic, completely a shapeshifter, a manipulator, a liar, and pretends to be love and light. Pretends to be what you want and need, only to take from you. And so that's part of the lesson with the coyote. Trickster spirit here. Tree of life. And so you're building from, you're going deep in your roots. You're pulling your resources. Trees are what money is made of. Tree is the ultimate abundant magic. And trees are the masculine medicine. Trees are used in the Bible to represent a major choice of life or death. Tree is, it holds space for both the sky heavenly realms and the material realms, and you are that bridging force, masculine. And so you have nothing to worry about regarding your finances because you are the tree of life energy embodied. Great. So let's pull another sacred geometry card. Tell me about the tree. Leonardo's Vitruvius man. I almost wanted to read that as virtue. You have virtue, you have morality, and that's not a weakness. And so you gave someone the benefit of the doubt. You trusted them. And don't feel bad about that, because that's just a natural expression of your life energy. I'm getting that with the Leonardo's Vitruvius man, somebody is a Renaissance man. Somebody is connected to the old ways here. And someone is maybe needing to remember how much value they have. Because I think, masculine, that before you were getting too narrow minded about what you were offering the world in terms of your value. I think that you were starting to have blinders on about all the ways that you actually are connected and all the ways that you can manifest wealth for yourself. Yeah. Can I get a message for where the masculine is at now? Oh, okay. It's like 3 cards here. Oh, the Lovers. Right, because I was wondering that was going to be my next question, was what's going on with the Divine Feminine in this instance. She showed up through the High Priestess, so we see that she's there, and it's clear that she's like there. Yeah, so you are the most wealthy man because you found cosmic, eternal, expanding true love. The Sun reversed. Interesting. It's like... And then the Empress reversed. Okay. With these 3 cards together, it tells me that this was ultimately a challenge as a kind of trial to prove who your divine feminine was. Because when you weren't shining your brightest, and when there was a distorted feminine energy around you, when you were being depleted, the divine feminine came in and proved her love to you and alchemized the situation. And so that's playing on our previous message as well, that the curse has been broken off of the divine masculine by his divine feminine, which is very sweet. I'd like to know more on the Empress in reverse. Tell me more about that. Ooh, okay. 4 of Pentacles and Knight of Swords. 4 of Pentacles and Knight of Swords for the Empress reverse. It's like I'm just getting like a pinchy, stingy bitch with this card, but also the 4 of Pentacles is about kind of just like stagnation in your finances. And so her clutching a purse here, it's like there was a stingy energy that was perpetuating a paradigm of scarcity. And the Knight of Swords is like, it kept you in a state of like fight or flight. It kept you in this very like heady, it was like overcompensating in a masculine energy that wasn't its highest expression. And so there was a kind of distortion in the divine feminine aspect of your life, and the divine feminine masculine energies. I think I just said divine feminine masculine. What is going on with my tongue right now? Okay, I'm gonna pull from soul cards, just like taking a step back because I feel like this message is just kind of on repeat or something. We have... Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm starting to understand what this is now. Somebody, I think you almost impregnated like a karmic. You almost impregnated the wrong person, masculine. And these cards confirm it for me. We have this egg energy and someone looking down like a portal. It's like this soul was wanting to come in through this karmic feminine, and it was like, nope, blocking that from happening, because you're meant to have a child with your divine feminine. Wow, that's major. Okay. I'm gonna pull from Sacred Hag on this. Tell me more about this like child. The Bard's Collection. Because it was past life. Yeah, and it was like there was a contract, a soul contract that needed to be finalized. So this feminine was after you. She wanted to have a baby with you. She wanted to lock it in. She was using you for your money, and she was trying to tie you to her forever with your child. Actually, I'm getting another download with this message, which is that some of you have had a child with your karmic, and they were using it against you to keep you in a state of fight or flight, in a state of providing and being subservient to their darker energies. And it's like you overcame the anxiety of leaving her. You broke the spell, masculine, because she was holding you back by weaponizing your child as something to keep you two together for. And you believed it for a long time. You thought, yes, we need to be together for our child, of course. But actually, what's best for your child is for you to be with your divine feminine, and you see that now. Okay, awesome. So, is there any parting words for the divine masculine today? I did not expect to be doing so many like divine masculine readings, honestly. I'm not like equipped. But it's happening. Beauty Way, the giveaway, the eagle. Oh yeah, so it's like the giveaway, it was so for the child that didn't manifest, just like honoring that soul. Maybe it was an abortion, maybe it was a miscarriage that happened. So just having a ritual to honor the soul of that child, because it could be that you feel guilt about the fact that she was carrying your child, and that's why you wanted to make it work so much. Even after losing the child, you couldn't break the psychic attachment that happened with that situation because it's so intense. You're tying yourself through your DNA to another person. When you create a child, it is such a huge contract, even if the child doesn't make it into this physical realm. So setting that spirit free, letting it go, honoring and releasing. Yeah, I saw the card release or let go in the Sacred Mysteries deck when I first started this recording. Before I started recording, just looking at the card, it stuck out to me. Ignorance. Ignorance has been coming through a lot because it would be ignorant to hold yourself back in the energy of sacrifice for the sake of sacrifice when it ultimately just hinders your highest destiny from unfolding. That's the old Piscean energy. And we said goodbye to that with the Piscean full moon on the 18th. So think back to the 18th and what was going on there. I'm getting a lot of Aquarian energy in this reading, and also some fire energy. So if that speaks to you, it's like there's this Scorpio, Sagittarius coming through. Oh, and the ghost dance. I don't even know where this came from, you guys. This card just appeared out of nowhere. Literally the ghost dance, because it's about the spirit of this child. Honoring it and letting it go, so it doesn't haunt you, so it doesn't hold you back from what you're supposed to be doing. And yeah, wow, this is crazy. So specific. You can't make this up. The sacrifice. That's exactly it. Don't sacrifice. It's in reverse. Stop sacrificing yourself out of guilt for a soul that didn't make it. This is heavy. But it's true, masculine, that you need to release and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for this being that couldn't be with you today. Forgive yourself for the family that didn't happen. Releasing and letting it go. Offering love and beauty. And the Beauty Way card is about the family tree. So there's something going on. You had to play this out, masculine, if I can find all my cards. Here it is. You had to play this out, masculine, because something in your family tree required your attention for you to go through this karmic situation with this false timeline. to close it out and to learn a huge lesson here. So, yeah, it feels like that's why there needed to be financial consequences. That's why there needed to be some kind of shift that would make it so that you would never go back to this situation again. Okay. I am just going to pull one more sexual tarot card. Where is the divine feminine and masculine right now in their relationship after this situation? Four Wands, that's true union connection. They're pretty blissed out here, so it would tell me that you're very happy with your divine feminine. And Six of Pentacles, yeah, so maybe you're still working out your finances right now. And it seems like she's just along for the ride while you work it out. So don't feel pressure about your union. Don't entangle your union in guilt about what kind of financial legacy you're trying to build. Let her help you and just humble yourself and be grateful for the support, but don't try to control and fast track everything because it's all going to work out. Six of Pentacles can also be generosity. So getting out of your head and thinking about the generous energy and getting out of that parasitic vampirical energy. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. This was a long one again. I will see you either next, I don't know. Okay, bye.